to the Tuesday, January 26, 2021 Finance Committee meeting of the City Council. With us this evening, committee members present, President Zarella, Vice President Walsh, Councilor Boschman, and myself, Councilor Di Natale. Also with us is our City Budget Director and Auditor, Calvin Brooks. And we will begin this evening with a order 003-21, that the City of Fitchburg hereby approves the expenditure of funds from the Crocker Field Restoration Committee in the approximate amount of $17,600 for the purpose of said gift, which is for the Crocker Field concrete rehabilitation of the grandstands. I have a letter here to Director of Community Development, Mr. Skorski, on December 15th of 2020 from the Crocker Field Restoration Committee President, Richard Kazanjian. He states as follows: I am pleased to inform you that the Crocker Field Restoration Committee is providing the City of Fitchburg with a gift of $17,600 to be designated for the construction contract that is being awarded for Crocker Field concrete rehabilitation at the grandstands. Our check to the city is enclosed. Specifically, this gift is to be used to add the following alternates to the contract as defined in the plans and specifications. Alternate cost number one, $2,800, remove concrete projecting from the front elevation of the press box, which consists of part of the former back wall cap, and patch the surface to match the lines of the front wall of the press box. $4,700 for removal of the deteriorated concrete from the bottom step and adjacent area of the wall in two locations, as well as from the bottom of the end wall as located in the drawings of the covered grandstand. Remove deteriorated concrete from the bottom step and adjacent area of the end wall as located on the drawings. Apply patch using concrete repair mortar and apply stucco finish to match existing adjacent surface on wall surface only. $6,100 to apply the stucco finish to the exposed surfaces of the concrete wall cap on the back wall of the open grandstand, and $4,000 to prepare the surface of the top of the grandstand rear wall adjacent to press box at seating section number 8 to receive concrete cap and apply stucco finish to the exposed surface of the concrete wall cap of this alternate. CFRC remains committed to restoring Crocker Field for the youth of Fitchburg, and we appreciate the support that the city and school department have given to this important endeavor. We look forward to continuing our partnership in the future, and we are pleased that thanks to our donors from the community, we were able to contribute financially to this project. Any questions on this order from committee members? I will entertain a motion. A motion made and seconded to accept the order. Roll call vote. President Zarella?
Yes.
Vice President Walsh?
Yes.
Councilor Boschman?
Yes.
And I am a yes. It's unanimous 4-0. Moving on to the next two orders that involve the Fitchburg Police Department. We have Chief Martineau present and Captain Giannini as well. We will start with 007-21, an order that the City of Fitchburg hereby approves the expenditure of funds from the Mass Executive Office of Public Safety and Security FY21 Shannon Community Safety Initiative Grant in the approximate amount of $336,400 for the purpose of said grant, which is to reduce gang and youth-related violence. I have a letter here from the chief to the mayor. Dated on January 14th. Dear Mayor, the City of Fitchburg has received an allocation of funds for $336,400 from the Mass Executive Office of Public Safety and Security. This grant is an ongoing effort from the Commonwealth awarded to municipalities that are actively involved in multi-jurisdictional projects to reduce gang and youth-related violence. Fitchburg is partnering with multiple agencies that support numerous towns in the Worcester County area, with special focus on Fitchburg, Leominster, and Gardner, offering a wide range of services designed to reduce gang violence and educate youth at risk of juvenile justice involvement. The FPD is the fiscal agent for this grant, as well as co-monitor of programmatic activities. These funding resources will be used to support gang hotspot patrols, reduction of school truancy, provide funding for junior police academies, to supplement outreach agency programs, support after-school programs, and anti-drug education, and provide equipment for these programs, and facilitate restorative justice training for participating agencies. I request your approval to start spending down these funds. Chief Martineau, anything you'd like to add to that, sir?
Nothing that I like to add. This is a grant that the police department's been very fortunate to obtain for several years. I did ask Captain Giannini to join me this evening. The captain's my subject matter expert when it comes to the Shannon Initiative. So if any council has any specific questions related to Shannon, I'm sure the captain will be able to answer it, but I'm going to pass it on to him if any councilors have any questions.
I have one question, Chief. The amount that we were awarded, is that the norm award that we've normally expected? Is it more? Is it less?
The Baker administration has been very supportive of the Shannon Initiative, and it's gone up. It's gone up each and every year, and the captain should be able to give you a better understanding of where we come in the last few years.
Right, this year it's level funded exactly to the penny as it was last year. But the last year went up about 20% above the year before that. That was the biggest incremental jump in 1 year over the past several years that I've been involved in it. It usually doesn't go up quite that much. We brought on a new partner last year in the Spanish American Center to try to get Leominster more involved in the initiative as well. And so that worked out well.
So this award is substantially higher than the one we got maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it's level funded this year. It's level funded this year. I would assume would make sense to me given the COVID pandemic and stuff. I'm surprised they're even level funding us. Typically, we would expect maybe a reduction because of their revenue shortfalls, but it's promising to see that they at least maintained what they provided in the past. So,
I agree. We were worried they were going to cut it, and we're very pleased to have level funded.
any questions from the committee?
Motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion made and seconded to accept the grant. Roll call vote on the acceptance. Council Boschman.
Yes.
President Zarello.
Yes.
Vice President Walsh.
Yes.
Naomi, yes. It's unanimous 4-0. Last on the agenda, 00821. In order that the city of Fitchburg hereby approves the expenditure of funds from the Mass Executive Office of Public Safety and Security, VAWA grant in the approximate amount of $59,375 for the purpose of said grant, which is to support the domestic violence advocate position within the police department. And a letter from Chief Martineau to I actually don't see it in my packet. I might be missing it. No, here it is. I'm sorry, folks. From the chief on January 7th to the mayor. Dear Mayor DiNatale, the Fitchburg Police Department has received an allocation of funds totaling $59,375 from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security for the purpose of retaining our domestic violence advocate. This is the 4th year of a project extension initiated by the Federal Violence Against Women Act of 1994 through state appropriations. This grant will support our domestic violence advocate position, along with partial associated expenses and benefits. This position has become vital to our department's success by assisting victims in court with emergency housing, medical attention, referral services, and creating a support network. Chief, anything you'd like to add to that, sir?
I'd just like to emphasize the importance of this position here within the police department. Fitchburg Police Department is the only law enforcement agency in Northwestern County that employs a full-time domestic violence advocate. This past year with the pandemic and the courts closing, we lost advocacy through the courts, and we were able not to miss a beat here at the police department employing a full-time advocate. It's a resource to victims of crimes, specifically domestic violence crimes. This is a position that as long as the funding keeps coming from the federal government, I continue to apply for it. This is one of those positions where if that funding disappeared, we would do everything in our power to try to find us within our budget. It's that important of a position that we provide these services to the residents of the city.
Thank you. I have a motion made by, was there a motion made based on the chat I see? No, okay, it says 6:08 p.m.
Make a motion, we pass.
Counselor, is there a second? I'll open it up for questions after the second.
I'll second it.
A motion has been made and seconded to approve the grant. Speaking on the motion, Counselor Walsh.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to commend the Fitchburg Police Department and the chief and the captain for their work in this area. I was going to make the comment that there are no other police departments I know in this area who have a position like this full time, and it's really a life-saving position. And I just want to commend them for their continuous support of this kind of work. So thank you.
Thank you, Counselor.
Yes, and thank you to your point person with grants, Chief, Ms. Fisher, for continuing to secure these grants. I have a motion made and seconded to accept the grant. Roll call vote, President Zarella,
Yes.
Councilor Boschman,
Yes.
Vice President Walsh,
Yes.
and I am a yes. So it is unanimous 4-0.
Thank you for your continued support.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Chief,
you, Captain.
Thank you.
Captain.
Drive safely, everyone.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to
moved.
adjourn.
And we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for your participation. Have a nice evening.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Good night.